السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. صلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين. صلى الله عليك يا مولاي يا أبا عبد الله. صلى الله عليك يا ابن رسول الله. يا غريب يا مظلوم كربلاء. يا ليتنا كنا معكم سيدي ونفوز فوزا عظيما. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
مما ورد عن أهل البيت صلوات الله وسلامه عليهم الإمام السجاد سلام الله عليه في الصحيفة السجادية في دعائه لوالديه يقول: اللهم لا تنسني ذكرهما في أقدار صلواتي وفي إنن أو آن من آناء ليلي وفي كل ساعة من ساعات نهاري. We have a great hadith, great dua. And Imam Sajjad alayhi salam, Sahifa al-Sajjadiyya, this is separate book. Naql al-Fatih al-Jinan. This dua come from Imam Sajjad alayhi salam, Ali ibn Hussein. What he read, what he mentioned that time. One from those prayers of dua and Imam Sajjad for his parents, for his father and his mother. So dua and Imam Sajjad liwalidayh. Yeah, almost over I think 50 or 60 dua with tawheed, salawat ala al-anbiya, salat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, liwalidayh, liqada al-hajat. When he need anything, he make the tawbah. It's very, very special book, and everything in that book, if I read it in some time with quiet, my mind open, with mind open, I think I have to exactly look at what I read, not just read any sentence. I look like a newspaper, or when I open my computer I read a lot. No, I go to that. What you found there? In that dua here, when he made a dua for his parents, that's in the end, almost last 3 or last 5 or 6 with stripes in the dua, maybe 6 or 10 sentence, a last thing. He said, Allahumma la tunsini dhikrahuma. Oh Allah, don't make me forget my father name and my mother name. That's almost that exactly what he means. Fi adbari salawati. When I'm done with my prayer, when I finish, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, make me remember my father. We have a special time in sunset between Salat al-Fajr and sunrise, I'm sorry. And when the rain starts coming, and a lot of time. When you go to Hajj, look at the Kaaba. When you sit down with the faqih, when you sit down with your father or your mother, make a dua in those times. And when you finish your prayer, when you say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, the hadith said, Da'watun mustajaba is guaranteed. If you have anything you want to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, now. And in the Fajr, the Quran, especially the istighfar, what the Quran said, وَبِالْأَسْحَارِ هُمْ يَسْتَغْفِرُونَ. So Sahar time, that is like 1 hour before the Fajr prayer. Yaqub alayhi salam, his sons, when they say apologize, ask for excuse, for forgiveness, they tell their father, we are sorry. Now we know you did that, and that's wrong. We need your dua. What he said, سَوْفَ أَسْتَغْفِرُ لَكُمْ رَبِّي. I will do istighfar for you. You know, I will, it's not good sentence from mu'min, because you know when they will die, maybe next hour. Why you said I will? You have to do istighfar now. I come to you and say, apologize, please forgive me. You have to say no, please. Because maybe I die now, next minute. So Yaqub alayhi salam, he said, I will. Because he said, I'm waiting to the Fajr. I do istighfar, because in that time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guarantee accept my istighfar for me. I will do that istighfar in that moment. And Imam al-Sajjad, he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not just this. He said, Allahumma la tunsini dhikrahuma. Make dua and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, don't make me forget them. After my prayer, when I'm done, when I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, make me remember to do the dua for my father, for my mother. And what he said again, وَفِي كُلِّ إِنًا مِنْ آنَاءِ لَيْلٍ. You know, in Arabic, it's hard to me to say what that means, inan or ana. Now we have on the phone and everywhere the time. When you start time, you have hour, you have minute, you have moment, and you have what? Maybe they have less than second. So the Imam, he said, maybe anything, what time? Second, less than second, moment, not moment, something from time, make me remember, subhanallah. He should make the dua, make me remember you, Ya Rab. I say subhanallah all time. And last, he said that for night. He said each time, any time in my night. Any anan min ana ilayli, layl. So how come I have sleep? I have time to sleep. I have time to go to bed. So how I remember? You know how you make yourself remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all night? Can you do that? So anybody can say, last night I remember Allah all night. From 11 p.m. till 8 a.m. Come on, how do you remember Allah? Are you going to sleep? Yes, I'm in my bed I'm sleeping. I will sleep all that time. How do you remember Allah? So this is easy. That's really why I say just do the wudu and go to your bed. So you are what? You are in prayer. In all time. Look like in fasting in Ramadan, especially in Ramadan. When you have fasted in Ramadan, go you pray and just sleep all day. Nawmuhum ibadah. You are in bed, but you are in a worship. But here Imam alayhi salam, he said, make myself or make me remember my father and my mother all night. What relationship are we talking about? What matter I'm talking about? How can I cover this situation? How anybody can do that? I don't think so. What my approval, Imam Sajjad alayhi salam, same person, in the history they said he never, not what they say in history, nobody saw him eat with his mother in one plate. And somebody asked him why. You should sit down with your mother and eat. And he said, you know what, why? Because maybe. This is the relationship I'm talking about. He said maybe. She like her, he said his eye, let me say repeat in Arabic. قد تسبق عينها إلى لقمة قبل أن تأخذها أنا أخذها. أنا ما أدري هي عينها جاي يتباوع عليها. He said maybe he like some part from that food, anything, I don't know. Maybe she likes something, I don't know. But she like, but before she picked this up, maybe I eat it, I can do that. I won't leave her alone, I can do that. That's Ali ibn Hussein. That's why he said, don't forget, oh Allah, make me don't forget my father and my mother after when I'm done with my praying, when I finish my praying, and in each moment, less than moment, in my night time. And وفي كل ساعة من ساعات نهاري, and in each hour in my daytime. Brother and sister, and I'm really, we are coming here all together for tragic reason, for sad situation. But I'm happy because young people available. Inshallah, all of you, young and shabab. But let our sons, our daughters listen to this. Why? Because believe me, I thought yesterday when I say sorry, Brother Ali, after I say you are now orphan. Doesn't matter how old you. When you lose your mom, you lose something. It's a great opportunity. When I need something, I call my mom. Just make a dua. Please. And you know, if you need to know who's that person, do something free. Not free look like what the store said in the business. Buy one, get one free, or nothing is free in the life. Believe me, nothing is free. But the person who did everything free, this is a father and mother. And especially the mother. Does anyone, his mother or anyone her mother ask for something? For any mother asked to pay her back something because she spent a lot? And what price? So how much can I give my mom? How much can I give my mom? She give me everything. And she don't ask anything. When I am okay, she was happy all the time. I'm not with her, but she's happy. Because one thing, because I'm okay. That's all. Period. Nothing else. You know? You are okay? Say I'm okay. I'm okay. And anyone from us feel that and believe it. You don't let me give more example or take your time and I stay like 15 minutes more on the member and keep saying something. You already know that, you already feel that more than me, because this is not just by what knowledge or you have something you have to go to the book and read it. This is in our life. We see that for each moment. So Imam Sajjad alayhi salam, when he's make that dua, it's really making us more question. Too many questions about that dua, especially this sentence. Allahumma la tunsini dhikrahuma fi adbari salawati. He teaches us how we give them back. Something, not all things. Just something. He said this is a great time. And that dua, what did Imam Sajjad alayhi salam try to teach us again from this sentence, from all the dua? Go, inshallah, you go today or tomorrow, read that dua. Search about it and read. Dua al-Imam Sajjad for his parents. It's easy. Okay? Too many things you found. Too many things. More than what I just said. This is nothing what I said now. And Imam Sajjad alayhi salam, he tried to say something. The important thing now, almost is, a lot of people lose that. They don't have it, the love, the relationship. When you ask someone now in this country, when you see your father last time, as someone I was in company, working company over 10 years ago, he said, 10 years I've not seen my father. So where he is? He said, they say in St. Louis, but I know somewhere here in St. Louis. 10 years. No phone call, nobody asked. Because people think this is just like body, you know, like this material, look like machine, nothing. But the Imam Sajjad alayhi salam, when he came and make that dua, and he said, Allahumma, that make me remember my father and my mother, look like when I remember you. Each time I say Subhanallah, I remember my father. Because when you say Allahumma, aghfir li walidi, you make a dua, say Allahumma. This is prayer. This is worship. The tasbih included, istighfar included, dhikr included. You already remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am not in pray, I don't remember Allah. But the Imam, he said, when you done with this pray, remember what? For your parents. To teach us. Save that love with this relationship. Everything here, I'm not talking about American, in this life, take me out from that, what? That better, the love, the relationship, the right communication. Mother, it is special opportunity when she is alive, when she stay alive, you have door open to the sky. Anytime you need go up, just knock that door. Come and say, Mom, please just make dua. Will you accept what I did all my life? You forgive me, please. You remember some ulama said in the history, in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he walked that time with some followers, friends, Sahaba, however, and he stand up on the cemetery, say, this person in this grave, he is in bad time now. What? Punishment. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, I think like this, go visit his mom. He asked whose mom, who was married to this person. They said that door at their house, and he go there and he said, what your son did with you? She said, no, I'm not accept anything. I hate him. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam explained to the mother, no, you have to forgive because your son in a bad time. Adab. And one other riwayah, one person, young man, who was in the last minute in his life, you know. He almost died, but he is not. And you know, this is very hard time for the parent, for the person, especially for that person, not for me. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Rasulullah, when he saw something like, not anyone, you know what's going on, you know exactly why. And he came and asked his mother, just forgive, because you will stay like this long time. Help him. Help him. She said, no. He's a bad man. He's a very bad guy. I don't know what he did. Because this is not normal. No? I don't think this is mom, when she see the son or daughter in a situation like this, and she say no, that means he did something not, I don't know exactly why, what he did, but Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he kept trying, keep talking to her and please. But this woman, I think it's not easy what the history said, what the book said, and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he never did that. But they say, okay, I will burn that man. You know that? She said, no. Okay. What? إحراق. Yeah, and she said no. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam try to explain something, that's what will happen for him if you are not forgiven. So what that mean? That means I have chance to take forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Tawfiq in this life. I will feel I'm okay. When my mom say I'm okay, you're good, I love you, I accept what you did. So brother, and everyone now, you still have that chance, just use it. You have a capital, you have mind, you have, look like you have money. You have time. And this is, I'm talking with myself. I lose my father, but alhamdulillah my mother is still alive. I call him all time, every day, every other day, and I ask for dua. And alhamdulillah she made dua. But you know, I have to tell you that, so that especially the youth people, the young people, our kids, our daughters, my sons and daughters available here in that meeting, this is very special chance we have, that you have. So don't keep it behind. Just keep that in front. Make yourself busy in that. Look like what the Imam Sajjad alayhi salam said, Allahumma la tunsini dhikrahuma fi adbari salawati wa fi inan min ana'i layli wa fi kulli sa'atin min sa'ati nahari. That means in a basic what? Sentence, Allahumma, oh Allah, make me remember my father and my mother 24 hours. Each moment. Make a dua for them. Ask them for dua if they are alive. And I'm here today, tonight, we are here. We remember mom, she have two things. That's what I heard. I hope not right, but inshallah that's right. She take care what Salat al-Rahim, what kinship? Kinship?
Yes.
Salat al-Rahim. Is your mom like this? That's what I heard. She take care of them all the time. She asked about the kids, about the cousins, about the old people. That's great. And the other thing, maybe you have that in the phone with our cousin here, but other thing, I believe a lot of people from us don't take this very serious. Do they pray on time? Is that right, brother? Do they pray on time? I think we have one riwayah. I'm not sure. Imam Salamullah alayhi said, اختبروا شيعتنا بأداء الصلاة في وقتها. Test our Shia, try them, test them, see those Shia or not, Mu'mineen or not, when the prayer time comes. Now the prayer time, now I will do it later on. 1 hour, next 2 hours. And some people said, I have never had time yesterday. I need to do that for today. Repeat all my yesterday prayer. Why? You never have 5 minutes? You never have 5 minutes? You never have 10 minutes? It's just a few minutes. So mom, when we are sit down now, she do the prayer on time. Our ulama said, you know Rawhaniyin, Irfaniyin, you hear that? Of course you hear about the special people people, special ulama. They said, Rawhaniyin and Urfaniyin, they said, when you do your prayer on time, even you are not Rawhani, not Urfani, you just like a person like me, with your sons, with your dhunub, with your forbidding, when you keep doing your salah, your prayer on time, you feel something different. Your life will change. Your iman will change. You believe something, you feel something different. On time. إن الصلاة كانت على المؤمنين كتابا موقوتا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said it's not kitaban mawquta. Why he mentioned this ayah? Anytime. You have 5 times pray on day. When you are free, do it. Look like now we have people, they say Muslim, Baha'iyya, Ahmadiyya, Qadiriyya, I know you know those names. They do it. Salat al-Kubra, the big pray, and medium pray, and very basic. You choose one every year and one every 6 months, and you have to go and read about them. No, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says it's very clear, very basic. إن الصلاة كانت على المؤمنين كتابا موقوتا. You have to do that on time. And in a Siffin war, one person, he said, I saw one man stand up and pray, and the war continue. People fighting. Who is that? Is that a good time to pray? Somebody come and kill you? This is not good time. He said, when I come and talk to him, what are you doing? And I found that person, Ali ibn Abi Talib. And I tell him, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, is that time for praying? And what he said? So what I'm fighting for what? This war for what? All this war, all the blood, or everything I give for the prayer. Nothing else. That's why Ali ibn Abi Talib, not a king, look like a king now. Not a rich man, because he never started any war. He never did anything in his life for the money or for the dunya. Because believe me, Ali ibn Abi Talib, when he walked in, if he is coming now, this very beautiful dunya, very nice. This technology is great now. We love it. Right or wrong? I'm wrong? We love it. We love this dunya. I love the picture when I drive my car. Something amazing. But believe me, this is because my eye. This is because my iman. This is because my heart. If Ali ibn Abi Talib come now, he never changed his life. Because we saw what? What we see? What we see? See something. See everything now. I just said that in Thursday night, brother and sister, go and look any movie from the archive. The movie from the First World War, the movie like 80 years ago. Look at those people in that movie. Where they are now. Look at that building in that movie. Look at this beautiful thing in that movie. Where they are now. Nobody available. Especially if I watch movie like 50 or 60 years ago. I saw some people in that time 60 years old, 70 years old. They are guaranteed nothing now. They are not available. Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam look at the life like this. And all mu'mineen should look at the life like this. If we look at the life like this, what we do? We don't need to hate each other. We don't fight each other. Because for nothing. For nothing. Not zero. Zero something maybe. That's a number. Our fighting now, we are the Muslim fight other Muslim, Shia fight Sunni, Sunni fighting this Sunni, and Sunni fighting Shi'i, Shi'i fighting a Shi'i. We kill each other, we hate each other for what? For nothing. What our target? We should ask ourselves, who created these people? Who created this growth? To make everybody hate the Islam. Anyway, when we look at the dunya like this and read that dua, that's what will stay, Allah. Hasanat, benefits from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When I build my next life, this will stay. Nobody destroyed, nothing destroyed. Anything I build here, this will gone. Next year, next 10 years, next 100 years, nothing available. Nothing. Anyway, we have to look at the life like this, but this does not mean we have no hope. No. That's different. No, that's different. Because we have to remember Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when he said, if the Qiyamah, if the judgment day it starts, and you have fasil nakhal, any tree, just put it in the dirt. Don't say that's it. For who? The life is end. It's finished. It's done. No, he says not done. That's not your responsibility. I mean, that's not your choice. You have to continue. That's the hope. But with that, we have to keep everything under control. So, let me back. Now, how old my mom? How old your mom? How old your father when he's passed? How old my mom when she is passed? So, I am in the same way. I have chance to use that, what I say, capital, mal, ras mal, forza, chance, I have to use it. And if you remember, this is another word, another story about the hope. Of course, in Karbala, there's no hope available, nothing for the life. Is anything? Anything? What did Imam Hussein alayhi salam? What do you know? It's just few hours, everything done, nothing. You know that, no question. When Ali Akbar go to the war and start fighting and he come back, is somebody waiting for Ali? Is somebody waiting for Ali? Yes. Who's that? Layla. And Ali Akbar tried back to the war, fight the enemy of Allah, enemy of Rasulullah, but his father said, no, before you go back, because I know this is the last thing. You have no more time in this life. You have to do something. You should go to your mom, tell it. Just make salam, nothing else. That's why I told you, we have chance, we have opportunity, we have mother, you have father. Just ask them. Don't keep yourself quiet. Don't be shy. Don't think you are good. I don't need to dua. No. Ali al-Akbar come to the tent of Layla. جاء إلى خيمة ليلى وجدها على الأرض. He found his mom on the dirt, you know, and he sits down and take her head, and he starts crying. Nobody have choice then. So she opened the eyes and Ali and other, who's that? Ali, my son. Say yes. I'm Ali Akbar, and he hugged him. And he got to very fast, go back. She said, wait, I just need one thing. And believe me, if the war available, if not, that will happen, no time. And she knew that. She said, just need one thing, my son. And he said, what do you want? what you like. Said, give me order. I'm ready to accept anything. She said, I know. I have no more choice. I just need one thing. What? Just walk inside the tent. How space that? How much? Like meter, 2, 3, 4, like this? I don't think like this space. She asked him to walk just what? Few stay there. Just walk, just move. I need save that picture. You move a lot. Think this is last picture. And she was right. This is a last picture. She saw about her son. And he said, Fayamanillah. He made a salam. And come, he made a salam for Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. This is a mother. And what did what happened with his father? When he came to his father, in the history book they said, they hacked each other. They hacked Imam al-Hussein and his son Ali Akbar. It took fell down on the on the floor, on the ground, and Imam al-Hussein, he said, Ya ibn Sa'd, Ya Umar ibn Sa'd, قطع الله رحمك كما قطعت رحمي ولم تكرم أو لم ترحم ولم تحترم قرابتي من رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. And he gave Ali Akbar permission to go back to the war, fighting the enemy of Rasulullah, enemy of Allah. And the last word he heard, that salam from Ali Akbar. When he came to him, especially Ali Akbar, look at those people, how much they hate Rasulullah. Because the person who liked Rasulullah, when he talked, looked like Rasulullah in his body, in his picture, face, everything, that's Ali Akbar. Ali ibn al-Hussein, that's why when Imam al-Hussein came, he found his son, they cut him pieces. He tried to handle that body, but he cannot. And the people helped Imam al-Hussein, and everybody came there, saw and meet that Imam al-Hussein in the toilet, with Ali Akbar, Madi al-Qasim ibn al-Hasan, all mother available. And if I say Zahra alayhi salam available, I'm not right. Because heart of Fatima there. Because name of Fatima there. Because Zainab there. Who look like Fatima more than Zainab? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم ثبتنا على الحق. اللهم ارزقنا حسن العاقبة. اللهم وفقنا لما يرضيك وجنبنا معاصيك. اللهم ارحم آباءنا وأمهاتنا وآباء المؤمنين وأمهاتهم. اللهم اغفر لنا واغفر لهم وارحمنا وارحمهم وارزقنا وارزقهم شفاعة محمد وآل محمد. من اجتمعنا لأجلها مرحومة ليلى بيغم، اللهم ارحمها برحمتك وارزقها شفاعة محمد وآل محمد. For all our مرحومين, especially for مرحومة Layla, and for all Brother Ali, after مرحومين Mother Layla Begum, our مرحومين. الفاتحة مع الصلاة على محمد وآل محمد.